this channel, if for those of you who don't know, this channel used to be pretty much exclusively tutorials. It used to be pretty much web design stuff. There's a whole bunch of stuff that we kind of used to do here, and Pryor Media and Hot Tips are have sort of a symbiotic relationship in that they are the same company-ish. They just kind of handle different areas. And Pryor Media is successful because of Hot Tips. The reason why Pryor Media does so well, at least in my opinion anyway, is primarily due to the educational and the tutorial content that Hot Tips had provided in the past. So naturally, this is sort of the venue, the avenue in which previous engagements, previous tutorials on certain things that pertain to Pryor Media's subject matter can still live here at Hot Tips. So I don't expect this to be the very popular place that a lot of other people would potentially like gaming content or something like that. I don't have that going right now. What I have is a rebuild of my existing website. Let me make sure this window's in the proper place. So today, and for this stream and the subsequent streams after this stream, essentially what I'm going to be doing is redesigning Pryor Media. And normally when people perhaps get into something like that, they would know exactly what they want. I have rough ideas on what I want. I have sort of like this in the back of my mind kind of thing, but I'm not set in stone on any design. So this is the current website. This is my current homepage, right? And if you visit pryormedia.net, you would get this. This is the page that you would get. Hopefully, unless my server's down, which I don't think it is. So I'm looking at it, so I would hope it's not. This is my current homepage. I also have a services page, which has all of the services I would normally offer right here on this page as well. If I can just get it to load. There we go. And, it's okay. But it's, in my opinion, it's a little out of date. And so the purposes of this stream is going to kind of be to brainstorm and come up with ideas that I can do to essentially make a better website for myself. I don't get enough time to make a better website for myself. I've been spending so much time doing other things with other people and making sure their projects are good, and I just sort of neglected my own stuff. This is the same website I had in January of 2014. So it's old and it needs to be updated. We're going to be using an updated version of a template or a website theme. If you're not familiar with WordPress, a theme is essentially the assortment of files in which govern the behavior and appearance of your website, and related to WordPress anyway. This site has some pretty good features. I'm a big fan of sort of, I don't really want to say showing off, but I've served a lot of clients over the last 2 years, 3 years. This whole area here is 3 years. I've served a lot. I mean, 255 clients. That's a lot of people. 365 projects worked. That's a different. If you go by the fact that I'm doing this for 3 years, as far as Pryor Media goes on this website anyway, you're looking at on average, one different project every 3 to 4 days. That's a lot. Pryor Media used to be a lot bigger, though. I say a lot bigger, but it's not really that big. I used to have several contractors underneath me. I used to have guys that I could throw work at all the time. And those guys have sort of moved on. Some of them have done their own thing. Some of them are just out of the game, if you will, entirely. And so primarily Pryor Media is just me now. And a lot of the language on the current site has sort of a we feel, right? Like call us, contact us, that kind of thing. And it used to be that. Some of my headlines I've changed, but a lot of the text, I didn't bother going through like a whole bunch of text. So like this one here, for example, exhaustive list of everything we've done. Things like that need to be adjusted. Things like that need to be fixed. And the design itself is not bad, but it's too templatey, right? I initially designed this site very early in Xtheme's life. It's version 1.0. This site was done a week after the theme was released. And I did it primarily by importing a template that ThemeCo had. and then adjusting the template to fit my wishes. And then the rest of the pages, aside from the home page, those are all custom designed, but they're really not that creatively designed. I mean, they're not, and I don't need them to be creative. I don't want to sound like I am saying they have to be creatively designed. They don't have to be creatively designed. In terms of like who can be the most creative, that's a really subjective term I'm not going to get into. But there's a lot of things that we can do here. There's a lot of things I can do to make this better, and that's the purpose of this series. This stream series is going to happen. I'm going to move it to a new day. Today is Thursday. A lot of people couldn't make it today that told me they wanted to see it, so you guys are viewing it on demand, so good for you. But I say good for you like it's you get it. The people who I'm talking about, you guys get it. But don't take the stream series as something that is supposed to be a tutorial. This is not in the format of a tutorial. This is not in the format of, me teaching you something. That's not what this is. You can learn things from it, but this is not what this is. This is me wanting to redesign a new site for myself finally, and I'm going to work on it one day a week for 2 hours or something here and there. It's not urgent that it be done for me. I've got plenty of other things I got to do anyway, but I thought throughout this experience I could share that with you guys, and you can use that to your advantage. You can use that for your own training purposes, I suppose, but just keep in mind that this series, I don't know what you call it. This experience, this adventure to get a new site is not a replacement for a consultation program. This is not a replacement for like what you see on the screen now, my consultation service. It's not. You might get a whole bunch of cool information, but utilizing that for your specific needs and knowing how to use it for your own stuff, you may not get that from this. For those of you viewing it on demand, I'm trying a new heads-up display / UI with my live streams. And for any type of webcast live stream like this one, as well as my other live streams that I have, you'll see the live chat up above my head. If anyone stops by during the streams, which, like I said, I don't expect many to show up for this particular topic on this channel anymore, but it's there if people want to, and it's live if people want to see it. And if anyone shows up and they have a question, they can ask it in the live chat, and I will try and respond to it. And one of the things that's always bothered me by viewing live streams after the fact has been I never got the two-way communication between the streamer and the viewer. There's usually several instances if the streamer's doing it right, and I don't always do it right, but there's usually a lot of interaction back and forth between the streamer and their viewers. And I never got the other side of that. So the text above my head in this live stream is meant to represent what people are saying in real time. It will be featured above my head the entire time. And if someone has a question, you'll be able to see that question answered, as well as you'll be able to see it asked and then answered. So the two-way communication can be good that way. So there is a big delay on the stream, and that's okay. Because, like I said, most people are going to view it after the fact. So let's get started on this. This is my current website, and we're going to start basically from scratch. I'm going to start at a domain called new.pryormedia.net. It is a live domain. You can visit it at any time you want. Pryormedia.net is the base domain, and this is new.pryormedia.net. We're going to be building it live, and it's going to be a live site, but it's not going to be a completed site. But it is live so that people can see it in real time if they choose to. This is the absolute basic default. This is what WordPress starts as when you install the X theme. And we have Pro installed today. X Pro, whatever you want to call it. That's the theme we're working with today. That's the theme we're going to be working with to rebuild the site, because you see the title of the stream. It should tell you what that is. New dashboard here. The themes that we're working with here is Pro. Okay. Well, version 1.1 as of the stream, I will keep it updated and keep working with new things as they come out. Hey, Steven, welcome to the stream, buddy. Boogity, boogity, boo. Thanks, Michael. Appreciate it. Anyway, so going on that note, we have a few tools I need to install. So X is installed. I'm going to keep referring to it as X Pro. I don't know why they've decided to drop the X entirely off of the platform. because it was so recognizable. But now ThemeCo has Pro, which is X Pro. So if you ever see Pro and you're like, where's X? It is X. They've just changed the name to Pro now. So, okay, so we're going to go into the up to Pro menu up here, and I'm going to go to the launch. I think I want launch, or do I want overview? Let's go to overview first. Okay, so in the overview section, we see I have a valid license. Cool. Everyone should have a valid license if you're working with X. And I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to pick a few of these tools that I know are going to be valuable to me. I'm going to start with Contact Form 7 because I'm going to use that for my contact forms. I would normally grab Under Construction, but because I want this experience to be something where people can reference it at any time they want at their own convenience, I'm actually not going to block the site with Under Construction. I'm not going to block it. So normally I would do this for any other client or for any other site. I would totally do this, but I'm not going to now, so people can see it as they want to. I may use the term of use. I might. I have my own way of doing it. I have my own terms of service and all that stuff, but I might use the plugin for its integrations with signups. We'll see. I don't think I need it, but we'll see. But since I don't know if I need it now, very important, I'm not going to install it right now. If don't install something unless you need it, right? We're going to keep this as lightweight as possible, and it is what it is. Snippet is something I'm definitely going to be using 100%. However, I don't need it yet, so I'm not going to install it yet. I will take Slider Revolution, because I don't know if I'll need it in this stream, but I know I'm going to use it. Google Analytics is a nice tool. I'm not going to be showing you any Google Analytics data in the live streams. If I do use this plugin, it will not be displayed to anyone, as far as like you guys won't be able to see it or anything like that. Same thing goes with really any of my Google integrations or social media integrations. Just for the sake of privacy and security and not wanting anyone to maybe abuse those systems, I'm going to try as best as possible to hide any sensitive information from the live streams. And how I will do that is basically I'll just skip it and forget about it entirely till after the live streams are concluded. I'll set up the interfaces, set up the menus the way I need to with my own, keys and secrets and all that stuff. And then when I pick up the stream next time, I'll just avoid that area even though it is completely set up. So I think that's how I'm going to do it because this is a live stream. I don't have the ability to edit what I'm doing. I don't have the ability to hide anything dynamically or anything like that. I suppose I could go into OBS here and do some trickery with make a square box and like put it in front of it. But what I did in the past actually was I would open up a new tab in a new browser like this. And I would just put the browser in the way of something so that you wouldn't be able to see that. But the thing is, I need to be able to see like what it is beforehand. So if I think there's going to be any questionable information, if I think there's going to be something that I might reveal that I shouldn't, I'll go over to my other monitor and do it. And then when it's safe to do so, I'll bring it back over here. So that's how we'll do that. Okay. Now that we've got all those logistical things out of the way, I might actually use a custom 404 as well. I think I probably will. We'll take that. And convert plug will be later, or I'll get a different method for doing that. I might get a different one. I don't know about Essential Grid. I think everything else is probably fine. We're going to keep this as lightweight as possible. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I want to install another plugin, and this is by WPMU Dev. If you've never heard of WPMU Dev before, I've talked about them before on live streams and things like that, and they're different today than they were when I worked for them, but disclosure, I did work for them for a while, so I am a little bit biased in the terms of like wanting to use their tools over others, but that's because I trust them. That's because I have met them. I've met most of them in person, well, at least many of them in person anyway. I have a shirt. I don't have it on today, but I have a shirt, and today I'm not employed by them, and today I am a paying member just like anyone else would be. So I have nothing to gain by pushing their tools in front of everyone, but I am going to be using them like a little bit more than maybe some other people are because I like their tools. So I'm just a fan today. That's what it is. Okay, I need to find where the location of this plugin is, and I don't want to reveal like all my files, so give me 1 second. Like I said, this is not going to be a very structured stream. This isn't going to be one of those things where I know exactly what I'm going to do and the order I'm going to do it. This is just me sharing my experience of making a new site with you, and if you like that, cool, follow along. If not, well, if you want something more structured, I do that for people. I create video tutorials for people on very specific things, very broad things. What I used to do for WPMU Dev was create tutorial videos for their plugins so that their customers could see the tutorials, follow along in the tutorials, and learn their tools. So that's the kind of stuff that I started doing with them. And I got a referral, I think, from one of them to another company, and then there was a referral to another company, and then it just sort of spiraled there to where I do tutorials for people as well. Those have a lot of structure. Those have scripts. They have production value. This is a relaxed stream. This is just relax, hang out, talk. If you guys want to chat with me, I'm more than happy to just chat. If you have questions, you can leave it in the chat. Of course, you can't do that if you're watching this afterwards, so maybe in the comments down below, and I'll answer the best I can. There will be several things I can't answer, several things I won't answer, and several things in the live stream for the sake of doing so that I can't answer because I don't know your own specific projects. And like I said, this is not a replacement for a consult. So if you want a consult, pryormedia.net, contact, get a consult. Okay, so I need this plugin. And I know it's in here somewhere. I just have to find it. It's right there. Okay, so upload, and you're right there. Probably should get some music. I feel like music would be a good thing to have for the stream. I'm just not entirely sure like what kind of music to play. Tell you what though, you can always play your own music. Okay, you can always play your own music, because if I don't have any sound other than my voice, then you can choose the sound, you can choose the music you hear, you get to choose, the mood that you have and the volume of everything. So that's probably good for you. Let's activate contact form 7, and I'm going to activate Akismet. I'll activate Slider Revolution 2, I suppose. I'm not going to need custom 404 just yet. Actually, let's deactivate Akismet because I don't want this thing annoying me all day. And I'm not going to put my API key while I'm on the stream, so nope. That's probably fine. I don't need Slider Revolution yet. I can probably place the elements. So, I'm not going to do the sliders right now, but I can at least place the elements where the sliders might go, so. Okay, so this is the part where I don't show you my screen because I need to log into my WPMU Dev account and dashboard in order to get the tools that I want. So this is where I take this to my other monitor, and I'm just going to drop the bass. Yeah, no, you can drop the bass. I think that's probably a better approach. If people want music, they can put music on, They get to listen to what they want to listen to. Be their own DJ. Yeah, we'll save that. Okay, so is there anything sensitive in here I can't show? I don't think so. No, not there. No, I don't think so. Okay, so this is my WPMU Dev dashboard. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to plugins. Okay, so I got the dashboard installed. I'm going to grab something. I'm going to grab membership because that's the driving force behind my subscription system is membership. So it's in here somewhere. Maybe I can just type it, or it's over here. Membership 2 Pro. Here we go. Now this is a new system. I have the old version of membership. I'm now installing the new version of membership. I kept the old version because I had all my subscriptions and all my members were already attached to that system. And I didn't want to go through the process and the headaches of upgrading that plugin. I just felt like I didn't care. Maybe that was a bad call. So far, it seems to be fine. But for the new site, we're definitely going to have the most up-to-date versions of everything. Could get Pop-Up Pro. Could. Pop-Up Pro has a whole bunch of different features to it. Create pop-up windows, messages to grab people's attention. Does it have the exit pop-up functionality? Can I do exit pop-ups? Because those would be good. or exit intents. Do I have anything like that on this? Subscription forms, video embeds, yeah. I actually plan to use the video embed, but I got to get my green screen and stuff in my office. I got to get that done before I can continue that. So I'm thinking I want to go with trigger CSS, selectors, post types. I don't see exit on this, but I'm going to assume that there's a way to do it. So I'm going to install it anyway. And if there's not, then I'll just go and get a plugin that actually does it. So that'll be fine. We can continue. We don't need to activate it just yet. I'm just going to grab it for now. Upfront builder is a pretty cool builder, but we're going to be using Cornerstone for this, and it's actually integrated into the theme, so I'm going to be using the theme for it. Technically, I'm going to be using Pro for it, but it's I don't need Hummingbird, although it's a great tool for most people. My server's fine. I don't need Hummingbird to optimize it because it'll probably mess up the optimizations I'm already doing. Defender will be a good thing. We'll grab that. Snapshot Pro, I probably don't need that for my demo site, but once I launch it, I'll probably go grab that. I don't think I need anything else. Ultimate Branding might be nice. We'll activate Defender. Ultimate Branding might be nice because change my login screens and change a whole bunch of that stuff, which might be nice to do. I like it for now not having this. My old site, if I go to, you can see it, my old site up the top left-hand corner, my dashboard has a whole bunch of things changed about it, right? There's like my Pryor Media logo here instead of the regular WordPress logo. And then if I go into the dashboard of Pryor Media's site, we should see some statistics and a whole bunch of other stuff. But you see, there's all this stuff over here, right? And we don't want, there's a lot of stuff over here. I'm trying to slim things down. I'm trying to make it simpler. I'm trying to make it, well, that's pretty much it. I'm trying to make it more simple. And this site is going to essentially show everything that I do all in one big nutshell, but it's also going to really emphasize and really drive in, May 6th was a good day. It's really going to drive in very specific things. And Stop Spammers is another plugin I have installed. It prevented 27,835 spammers from registering or leaving comments. Yeah. 3 users have been denied access and requested that you add them for allow. Well, I didn't get any emails about that, so I'm not going to. Stop Spammers, I think, is a little bit too strict. It's pretty customizable. I can set it up however I want, but I think it's a little bit, it's kind of weird. I want people to be able to sign up for certain programs, but I don't want them to be able to sign up for every program. So I think what I'm going to change about this site, because right here on this site, anyone can create an account. I mean, you have heavily restricted access to what you can do with an account. But everyone can technically create an account, and there's a ton of users here. I don't really feel comfortable showing my list of users in a live stream, but there is probably, hold on, let's do this in a new window. There's probably, I want to say 400 something users on this. 327. Okay, well, not quite as high as I thought, but 327 users is a lot of users. And yeah, that would have shown their names, email addresses. I'm not going to do that. So that's what I got the other monitor for. So the thing is, though, none of these are needed. I don't need all these people, right? 327 accounts, cool. When their subscription ended, their account stayed at my site, and it's just sitting there, lingering. And if they have a weak password on their accounts, then someone can use that to gain access. They won't have a whole lot of things they can do with that access, but they can still gain access, and I don't want that. So I'm going to streamline this down to where PryorMedia.net, you can't even sign up for it. And then if I want people to sign up for certain programs, or if I want people to sign up for a certain membership or a certain subscription, like for my consultation program or for hosting or whatever, I can have a new subdomain that takes care of all of that. And then all the users can subscribe to that subdomain rather than subscribing to my regular site. I think that's going to be my approach. I think, because that's going to keep my main site clean and healthy. And I think that's probably a good idea. Okay, cool. We got that decided. Nice. Told you there's not a whole lot of structure to this, but if you like the learning, then if this is helping you in any way, cool. That's what I'm hoping for. People can get some value out of it. It's the only reason I'm doing it. Otherwise, it's just for me, All right, Membership 2 Pro. Before I even get into the design of it, I want to get this membership system up and running. I don't really need that, to be honest, because I could just make dummy content right now. Let's just make dummy content. I think that's probably a better idea. Let's play around with some design ideas and see if I can do something like that. So, membership's already created their membership pages. That's great, awesome. Sample page, we're going to delete that. We're not going to reuse it. We're going to delete it completely. We don't want the sample page. And we also don't want Hello World. So let's grab the Hello World post and make sure we dump that as well. We do not want that stuff. I can't decide if I should bring in the pages from my old site or not. I think it'd be faster. I'm going to redesign a lot of the content, but I actually think it'd be a lot faster to do that. The problem is, will that also bring in... I think that's probably going to bring in the users too. I don't want that to happen. Yes, Elias, it's not a game. How about we go... I'm going to export this. Let's see if we can... Can I... Yeah, see, it's going to want everything. We'll also bring in the users. Maybe not. Let's download this export. Let's see if it brings in the users too. I'm going to need... What? I have contact forms installed. I'm probably going to need e-newsletter and pop-ups. I have branding. Is that going to be brought in too? Don't know. Maybe we'll grab e-newsletter just in case there's... Because I did use that a couple of times. So let's... no, it's here. It's in this right here. I used this a couple of times. And then we'll go... Yeah, I'm trying to decide if I want anything else. I don't think so. Smart crawl, I can handle what smart crawl does manually. Pro sites, anti-splog, appointments plus, events plus. I don't need those. In post ads, line cloner. This is for a multi-site. Never mind. Could have just used that, but I'm not going to. Let's go to search. I need newsletter. That way when I bring in and I import the data from my old site, it will hopefully also import the newsletter templates I had. I don't know if it will, but I'm hoping it does because those are pretty cool templates. But I put some time into those, but I don't need them. I can always make them again, make them new and fresh and whatever. Let's show this in a folder. This is over there. Good. Let's move this to the desktop so that I can see it there. Where's the fancy new HUD? This is a completely different experience, Elias. It's completely different content. So this is not for the gaming audience, I'm afraid. This is for people who maybe want to learn something about how to create a website and all the stuff that goes into it. But this is not really like, I want to reiterate for people who might be maybe coming in later here. This is not meant as a replacement for training. So this is meant to share my experience of creating a new website and creating something for myself. So it's like I'm not endangering any of my clients' information. And these sites are always available. They're both the old site, obviously, because it's live, and the new site are both publicly available. You can look at them anytime by visiting pryormedia.net or new.pryormedia.net. Which is where we're building the new one. I don't think I need any of these other plugins right now, so I'm going to go ahead and say that's good. Let's go into the customizer for appearance settings really quick. I also want to pull in everything, so let's actually take this one and we'll import the XML that I just exported. So WordPress installer, WordPress importer install. What difficulty am I playing on? Well, technically, I have enough experience with this stuff right now that it's never really like hard mode. It just takes time. This isn't hard for me anymore. It just takes time. And when on my own stuff, I tend to be more relaxed. I tend to be kind of laid back. I don't really get super pumped. I'm excited about my own stuff or anything. But for client stuff, I'm a lot more enthusiastic usually. But we'll see. Maybe not. Maybe I'll be super pumped about this. We'll see. Man, I can't show any. I need to figure out a way to show. Well, I don't have a choice. That's just the way it is. So let's scroll down to P's. No, not my tax return. We're not opening that. Where is here? There we go. Upload files and import. I think Super Deluxe Ultra Mega Hard. Super Deluxe Ultra Mega Hard mode, yes. Okay. Well, this is interesting. Why is the Handy Englishman got a post here? I did just export this, right? How come Handy Englishman has a post here? That's odd. That's a client. Not sure why he has material. How? I can't show that window. I need to see my users. Hold on. I need to see my users really quick. How in the world did he get a post in there? That's weird. I don't want to like erase his stuff, but you can't find the game on Humble Bundle. No, you'll have to go to theme.co to find this game. And there's a really steep learning curve, so buckle up, Buttercup. I think, I don't know how he got this. How does he have, look at my list of users over here. I'm going to find Handy Englishman and see where in the world, how does he have content through here? Subscriber, no post. Oh, look. Everyone write this number down if you can see it. Everyone write that number down and call that number right now. That is a spammer. And they call me every single day at 3:30 p.m. Right there. See? Spam. You've won a free cruise every single day. So take that number, call them, spam them. Actually, it's probably not. To be honest, don't do that because most likely it's a bot who's attached itself to someone else's number and is just using someone else's phone number. But it's the same number every day. I don't think the person who picks up the phone on the other end, if you call that number, I don't think that person is probably the one responsible for the spam. But, oh, God, is it annoying. I'd love to block the number, but then they just, like, change one digit. It's weird. They change, like, little things. This is the same number I got called with yesterday and the day before that. Yeah, 3752. Yeah, so I don't know. The Humble Bundle spring sale is on. Yes, it is. And the spring sale is awesome. It is. You can visit hotipcentral.com/humble. That will be like an automatic referral link. Or you can go to humblebundle.com / partner equals hot tips. It's not really that elegant. Or the link in the description of any gaming video. This is not gaming content though, so I'm going to keep off of that content as best I can here. Affiliates, I'm not really using that much anymore. I haven't had an affiliate referral on this site in like 6 months, so probably won't use it. I don't know how he got content, but I'm going to import his stuff to my name instead. And I want file attachments as well. So that will take a while. That import usually takes a while. Going through here. Okay, so importing content over from Pryor Media. Now, while that's importing, I can probably do some styling things. I need a new homepage in order to really know the styling things, but as far as stack that we're going to use, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be using Ethos. So I'm just going to switch it to Ethos right now and get it over with. Because I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. It's not going to switch for me while the import's happening though, is it? I imagine it probably won't. Let's just close Customizer because I think it might crash the import and I don't want that to happen. So let's let that import go. I don't think there's anything else I can really show you. I need to figure out about how I want to create this page. My consultation program is by far my most popular thing. And like, I need to figure out a way to really highlight this. I need to figure out a way to really draw people into this page. And this is also not accurate. This is not accurate. This needs to be adjusted now. The really cool thing about this consultation program is, like, it's so rewarding because it's a program that's really designed to either give somebody one of two things always happens. Sometimes both. If it gets both, that's great, but it's one of two things always happens. Either they gain great independence and they don't need me anymore, and that feels rewarding because, like, I've taken them from somebody who didn't know how to do this, and now they're just off and running on their own, and that's great. It's sort of like just nurturing a child's brain or something. And then the other people are people who gain peace of mind because they just have me on a month-to-month basis, and they know that I'm just constantly, every month, every week, I'm checking in on them, taking care of them, and that is the other people. And if we can have both, that's great. There are some people who want the peace of mind, but they're proficient enough to where when they have something change, or they have like a product they want to add to their store or something, they can do that pretty easily. Yes, you could say that the old design was the Pryor Media website. Very funny, yes. I'm going to change this, though, because I just had a drop. So this is going to be 2 now, and that's as of the 18th. There we go. I'll just save that. And I'm not sure how, there's going to be a delay in, like, my site loading while I stream, I think. It's a little bit, I don't really think it's bizarre because I'm using bandwidth, but I'm not using that much bandwidth. Like, this import's taking forever. I'm probably going to have to do it a couple of times because there's a lot of stuff in there in the back end. Let's see. Failed to import the hosting pop-up and the advantage pop-up. Oh, okay. So I need to get the pop-up plugin. You know what? I'll just redesign a new pop-up. I'll just redesign a new pop-up. It's not a big deal. Did my posts import? No, post didn't import. How about pages? No, so the import completely failed. Okay, well, I'll just get pop-up then, I guess. It's better to have it and then not need it than it is to need it and then not have it. Is this finally going to be the end of the Fedora profile pic? No, it's not the end of the Fedora profile pic. The Fedora profile pic is, like, iconic now. It's just me. All right, look at my. Nope, not going to show you that. I want to show people things that I'm not allowed to show them. Let's go. What do I need? Pop-up, right? Yeah, Pop-up Pro. Where are you? Pop-up. It's installed, right? It's just not activated. We'll turn it on. Activate that, and then I need to re-import. There we go. Re-import the. You guys are so funny. You really are. You're so hilarious. What's really funny about the live chat for this particular stream is that the only people interacting with me in the live chat are people that are not here, like, are not like centric around website development stuff, website design stuff. They're not that audience, right? They're not the core audience that it's targeted towards. They're just hanging out in here because it's fun for them, I guess. So, welcome. I'm okay with you being here. Don't leave on my accord. Charlie, yep. Change both of those to me. I don't know how he got in here, but that's somehow he managed to get his account in there. Whatever. Okay, so the media already imported. So all the media files already exist. Yeah, I want to do it. Please continue. File is empty. Okay, hang on. Now it's really being annoying with me. So all my media elements should be in here. Yep. All my files are in here. But I need all these files to go away. So I now need all of these to be deleted. Can I grab them all? I can't see. It looks like they're all check marked. It looks like they're really small, like white check marks until you confirm, and then they turn like a black color that you can actually see. So I need to delete all of these because this is my old stuff, and I need to re-import this. It's gonna mean it re-importing all over again. But for some reason, that XML file is not. The XML file is not valid. So, I mean, I was going to do this all manually anyway, right? I was going to redesign everything based on the old site, and I was going to do it all manually. I just thought it might be easier if I imported it, but maybe it won't be. Maybe I should do it one at a time, you know? Maybe I should import. I think I probably should. For those of you who are in the live stream, those of you who are in the comments, I think I want. Not tonight. I'll do it tomorrow. We'll do something for Friday. I got other stuff I should probably do tonight. Man, there's a lot of images here to delete. Go, go, go. And then I can just get the other stuff. So this is the live site, so we're good with that. Let's maybe design a new homepage. What do I want for a homepage? Let's see. How about we go, while I'm deleting stuff, not a big deal. Let's just hit new. I'll play around with some design here. Steven was thinking about using Dreamweaver to make a website for my photograph. What do you think of Dreamweaver? I don't think much of Dreamweaver, to be honest. I don't have much experience with Dreamweaver, and when I did, it was a long time ago. I'm talking like 8 years ago, which is not that long time ago. But Dreamweaver to me seems like an interesting thing if you are comfortable with code, if you're comfortable with, kind of doing things that way. I personally prefer WordPress. It's what I use on a day-to-day basis. It's what I use for every single client I have. I have gotten to the point now where I'm actually exclusive to WordPress. Like I work with WordPress, and that's what I work with. But I have nothing against Dreamweaver other than I think that you're potentially limiting yourself. What I like to advise people to do is the limits of what you can attain should not be restricted by your own abilities. I know that sounds weird, but what WordPress allows you to do and what the tools that I use on a day-to-day basis allow you to do is to actually perform things beyond your own skill level. It enables you to create functionality into a site without having a clue on how you necessarily can implement that beforehand, right? It gives you the ability to use other people's development, the tools, plugins, themes, whatever. It gives you the ability to create something that you did not know that you could create before you created it. And that's what I like about this platform. And so if you're using a platform where your own personal skill and your own personal knowledge at the time is the limiting factor in what you can do, I don't think you're on the best platform. That being said, though, if you have the skills and you're not limited by Dreamweaver, if you have the skills, then, go for it, man. Because if you know custom code, you can do anything anyway. So you're not limited anyway. But that being said, even people who know CSS, HTML, JavaScript, PHP even, people who know that stuff, they still use WordPress as their primary driving platform. I know people who are programmers, who are legit, they make their own plugins, and they still use themes, like premium themes from other developers, because it just saves you time. If you can start from something that's 90% done and then use your skills to make it what you want, that sounds so much more appealing to most people than starting from absolute scratch. So that's what I normally recommend for people. But Dreamweaver, I don't know that enough about that. It's like I said, it's been like 8 or 9 years since I've touched that. So, and even back then when I did touch it, it was not something I knew well. Okay, so my homepage, I'm also going to be redesigning this with SEO in mind now, because the thumbnail last night made it seem like KSP would be the game. So sad. Yeah, that's not relevant to the stream, so I'm not going to reply to it. So home. Well, I shouldn't say I'm not going to reply to it because I've just read it out loud. Last night's stream was an accident. I did not want to stream. I was messing with some settings. I clicked a button and it scheduled something for like right away. And then people showed up in the chat and I went, wait, what? This is live? I didn't know. How do people know about this? Why are people on this page? So then I had to come up with something. And so then I came up with something, but I didn't want to do a stream last night. So that's why I started. If you watched the stream last night at the very beginning, I said this is something I said I didn't want to do or I wasn't going to do, because it was like, well, if people are going to show up and people are coming, then I guess they're expecting something. I might as well figure it out. Anyway, I'm going to do this page with SEO in mind, and I'm thinking that I need to change this to. I think for now, what I'll do is put the name in, and then actually the name is going to be already. For now, I'll figure it out later. For now, I'll just say home. But having a different page title would be much better for SEO. So I'll work on that later. We're gonna do blank no container header footer for the page attribute. We'll publish this. We don't have cable, Charlie. You're our only entertainment. Well, you have. If you don't have, you have YouTube. There's a lot of other people on YouTube. I appreciate that you saying that I'm the primary supplier of your entertainment, but I think I'm a bit too busy to provide the 24/7 needs that you may require. So I wish I wasn't. If it's kind of backwards because this is a WordPress stream, but if I got to the point where I had a good enough following on YouTube to where I could do it full time, I totally would, and I wouldn't even be doing website stuff anymore. I would have someone else hired to continue it. Like Pryor Media wouldn't die, and like my customers would still be taken care of, but I would just be hiring other people to do what I do and to grow it and kind of like follow orders while I go and do what I want to do, and that's the platform that I'm doing full time. Like I'd be able to expand in that capacity. I wouldn't just say, okay, cool, we're packing up and leaving on my professional duties or anything, but I might take a more oversight role in that capacity. So, okay, so Cornerstone, this is what we're going to be building the site with. And I'm thinking for my top of my page, I'm probably going to want like a couple of sections like this. We'll have like, I want a big banner image. I think I want like some text here, a call to action here, and maybe like the background image can. Okay, I'm brainstorming here. Like I said, I don't have a design idea in mind. I'm going to be designing it as I go. So probably going to want 2 columns here. And I think the background image, I don't have any images in here anymore, do I? Because they just got deleted. No, I wonder if I can import. Let's try that import one more time. See if it'll bring it in now. We should be able to export a new XML file. I want to export another one, a different one. See if it was an error in the export. Tools, export. Tools, export. Come on. Let's do. If I do all content, I don't really want that. If I say pages, though, are you going to bring in the media that goes with those pages? That's the question. And I'm going to say probably not, but maybe. Let's try this. I'll grab a pages export. I'll grab a media export. Start date would be the beginning of time. End date would be I guess April, because I haven't uploaded any new media to my site since April. So we'll do a media export, and then I'll probably do a post export too. We'll see if it wants me to pull in any of the images and stuff for this. I'm not sure that it does, but we'll see. Okay, so I want to now import from my old site. And I want to do, first I'll do the pages. So they're probably over here somewhere. Shoot, I don't know which one these are. But I did the pages first, so it would be this one. That would be the pages. It's going to ask me to assign it to a user. Yep. Download attachments. That's what I want. Good. I don't need any media if it's not already attached to a page. There might be a few situations where I do, but I don't know if there is. There might be a few situations where that's going to be something I need. We'll see. There's somebody watching the stream right now in 240p. I am so sorry to hear that. I really am. That sucks. I highly advise watching it in a higher resolution if you can. Import. I almost streamed this in 1440, and I talked myself out of it because I thought it's probably easy to stream something like this in 1440 since there's not a whole lot of movement. But did I do the media? I did the post next. Do the post next. So I should have all of the images and the posts imported into the new site now, which is good. I want those. And as I said before, if you're just joining me, I don't have any music in my stream, but feel free to play music on your own local system. You get to be the DJ for yourself. That's a good solution, I think. Because otherwise I have to deal with potential content ID stuff, and I don't really have I'm not really worried about that, but I am worried about having enough music. See, no media files found. I'm wondering if it's because my media directory is not writable. I'm wondering about my permissions. Now, I have to do that on my MacBook, so that would require me to turn around. Let me see if I can actually... Let me see if one more import will do it. Not this one. Yeah, we'll do one more import. It's not actually bringing in the attachments. Is it bringing in the pages at all? Yeah, it brought in the pages, but it's not bringing in their attachments. So I'm thinking my media directory has a problem. 30 megabyte maximum size. Maybe that's it. Maybe I need to up the maximum size. We'll see. Let's come up to here. Yeah, if I have to update the maximum import size, then I will. Downloaded file attachments. Yes, that's fine. The attachments for the attachments? I don't know. Or maybe I'll just pull them off the old site. You know, I can just do it manually if I have to. It's possible that I have to. This is the kind of stuff that people go through. Like, this is the kind of stuff that when you're like, hey, make me a site. This is the kind of stuff that I'm doing. Like, this is my job. This is me doing my job right now to myself. It's not exactly the most entertaining thing in the world. If you're here for entertainment, well, you left a long time ago, probably. This feels like an actual proper media import due to how long it's taking to do it. The other imports were very quick. This one is taking a while, and I'm hoping that's taking a while because there's actually media in my media library. That's what I'm hoping. Let's check it. We can check it while the import's happening. See if there's any media in there. It should be. I should see images, maybe even a couple of text files. Should see that if I can get, if I can get the page to open. It's taking its time. It's really bogged down, which is odd because I have like a super powered setup. So now I'm thinking it's probably, I'm not sure why this would be so slow. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure. if the thing is locking up, you know, it's a media import, so it's having to work a little bit harder than it would normally do it. Plus, it's importing from another site on the same server, so it's basically transferring files right now, pulling the database for every single attachment. Yeah, it's doing a lot of stuff like that. But I would think it would still be able to open. Well, now it really is slow. So I can still play around with this. I don't need to pull the database to play around with this. So 2-column layout here probably be fine. If I put an image here, maybe some text, a button to call action here. On mobile, it would just be a simple button there. The whole header and the whole footer and stuff is all going to get redone. It's not going to look anything like this. I guess it might be close, but it's not going to be that close. This feels like a proper media import right now. It's taken forever to work. But it's to the point now where it won't do anything. And a lot of this probably has to do with me streaming also. The live stream is taking up a significant portion of my bandwidth, and everything website related is bandwidth, so I suppose that makes sense. It says all done, and now it's loading the media library. There it is. Yep. And they're good. Yep, brought them all in. So I could now, since all the pages and stuff were brought in, I don't even need this new homepage anymore. I could go to my existing homepage instead. Let's close this out, and I don't really need this anymore, I don't think. Pages, posts. Oh, there's two post types. That's weird. Maybe that's the bug. So does this mean my blog posts haven't been brought in yet, or no? No, they totally have. Okay, I got the right one. So I don't need you anymore. Goodbye. Okay, so if I go to my pages list now, I should have all the pages, all the posts. Yep. Find the home page, which is going to be on page 2, probably. This says home. No, it's not. That's not my home page. That says home, but it's not. My home page, let's actually set it. Settings, reading settings. And we'll set the home page to be Bring Ideas to Life, which is going to get retitled, but that's what it is right now. And then the post page is going to be the blog. Discourage search engines, because I'm making this a live site all the time, so people can look at it whenever they want to. But that also means that Google might index it. And I don't want Google to index the site until it's done. So I'm going to discourage search engines from seeing it. It's not necessarily going to guarantee that Google doesn't see it, but I'm hoping that they honor that request. So we'll see. So the home page should now be set to the home page. I should have a fairly, it says record not found. Okay, so the same stuff is not translating very well. It's probably because it's going from X to X Pro. It's not a seamless transition, so importing the old information probably doesn't help me very much. Yeah, it's not going to. Okay, so going from X to X Pro is not a good idea then. I haven't yet had to do a transition from X to X Pro, but I imagined it would be the same as going from Visual Composer to Cornerstone, in the sense that you kind of have to do it all manually. I thought it would be anyway, because this doesn't work. What about another page, a simpler page? Do something that's more simple. How about that page isn't even supposed to be live. Let's just try this one. Is this one going to show me anything or no? Yeah, this one worked. Sort of. It kind of worked on import. The home page is screwed though. This is okay. I need to make the about page less text heavy. I think there's this thing where people don't really want to read a ton of text. Instead, I need to treat my about page, I think. I don't know if this applies for everyone, but I think I need to treat my about page as a place that sort of, I guess, primes them for communicating with me, like primes them to contact me, as opposed to something that just in 2007, like tells them my story. I don't really think they need to know that. So I'm thinking I make this a little bit easier. These stupid, progress bar things, they're gonna go. This just silly. I don't even know why I bothered doing those before. How do I know I have an 86% efficiency in voiceover and acting? What in the world was I thinking? It makes no sense at all. I mean, what in the hell? Okay, so we're not going to do that. But at least this page is good. So can I edit this with Pro though? Hang on. No, that's not what I want to do. Go back. Can I edit this with Pro, or is it going to tell me that there's no content? Because I think that was the thing that most people were running into. Unless they fixed it in the next version or something. No, they'll let me edit it. Cool. All right, so it works. Fine. All right, so I think what I'll do is we'll take this text away. I like some of this text, though. I'd kind of like to incorporate some of this. You can literally do anything you want on the internet, blah, 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 digital realm. I don't know. I have this problem where, like, if I've wrote something, I have a hard time deleting it. I have a hard time getting rid of it. Maybe I can reword some of this to make it significantly shorter. Let's see, 5 years. Now let's pull out some of the good stuff. I'll treat this like I'm actually like blogging for an actual like website, like another site. So I'm going to take out the stuff that I want to keep here. Hundreds of thousands, teachers, blah, 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 expanding possibilities as time, and everything I wanted to align. I build websites that I want to see, experiment with several ideas that worked, did some that didn't, a lot that didn't. All right, let's pull this out. We'll just kind of put that down here, pull that out of here. It's really what it's about. My ultimate goal is to give you something happy. Let's keep this too. We'll keep this too. Yeah, that'll work. So we'll keep all of these things. That's not what I wanted to do. I want to copy that. So if I keep that, dump the rest of it, right? That makes that really, really short, which is good. Now this one, you have some cornerstone styling, or you have a shortcode styling. So I might want to keep you, I might not. We'll see. Pull quote. I actually like the pull quote. God, Emperor G-Man is here. I've worked in professional and corporate video for over 5 years. Finished school and now hold a bachelor's of science. They don't need that. They don't need to know that I have a bachelor's of science in film and video production when it's. I don't think that's a necessary thing. That's something that I can show them on the phone. Like the thing I'm finding about like creative fields, especially like film and video, the thing I find about creative fields is that nobody cares if you have a degree. Like nobody. Yeah, like, oh, you can animate, you can edit video, you can shoot with cameras. Okay, what have you done? That's what they care about. They want to see what you've done. They want to see the actual skills applied in real world situations. They don't care if you have a degree. And I wish somebody had told me that before I put myself $80,000 in debt to college. Not that much. Yeah, that much. $80,000 in debt to student loans in college. I wish someone had told me that my career path could have been excelled without formal college education, because I think that would have been better, I suppose. But I'm noticing that nobody really cares. I have seen a few. I've seen a few applications lately. There's a job opening right now in Detroit to work in the media. Work as a media. I think it's just a production assistant job, but it's working with the Detroit Red Wings, right? To doing like their media commercials for them and like all that stuff. It's actually a job offering by Little Caesars of all people. Little Caesars is offering the job to work with the Red Wings because Little Caesars Arena, right? The new arena, and that job had one of the prerequisites of the job was that you had a bachelor's degree or equivalent within film and video production, which I looked at that and went, this is a production assistant job. I see the things that you want us to do. You don't need a bachelor's degree to do those things. it would have been a big pay cut and a lot of more hours on me, so I like didn't apply. But if they offer a job that's a bit higher, offer a job that has a bit more creative responsibility than a PA, I'll be interested. But for now, I'm not going to get a PA job, even if it is the Detroit Red Wings. I worked in professional corporate video for 5 years, finished school, bachelor's of science. Yeah, they don't need this. Being part of being great cinematographers, having more basic understanding of how. Yeah, nobody cares about that either, Charlie. This is your about page, not your. I can put this stuff in my video production services page. I don't need this stuff in my about page. This is just redundant stuff. So let's try to find something that I can keep out of this. Is there anything I want to keep in this? Nothing in here. Well, now maybe we can keep that sentence. Although this is not over 5 years. This is now over 7 years. I'm grateful to be part of numerous groups and to have great people at my side of my business. All businesses are only a sum of their people, I think. Yeah, so part of numerous groups and have great people at my side of my business. So that's not technically correct anymore. Like this Pryor Media is a sole thing now. It is just me now. All the people that I had with me have kind of either moved on, started their own things, moved away. They changed career paths. Now they have like a full-time job where they can't do side stuff anymore. Or in a few situations, they just were like fairly flaky with me at some point, and that flakiness cost me money, and I let them go. So it's like I don't really have anyone left like with me. So I'm all alone. Not that. We're not going to sing that song. But that also means that I am part of numerous groups. You could say that I have great people at my side with those numerous groups because I do have an online support system that I sometimes lean on, WP Dev being one of them. So I guess technically this is true. And there's also a good idea, for anyone watching this later, it's also a good idea to make yourself seem bigger than you are. I know that seems deceptive, and I'm like admitting that that's what I'm doing here, right? I'm live on the air, but like it's a good idea to make yourself seem bigger than you are. Because when you seem small, people assume there's a reason you're still small, right? So it's a good idea to do that. So I'm going to say that this can go, but this can stay. I'm going to go like this. And actually, this is also kind of true. I have great people by my side with my business. Technically, this is true if I'm talking about video here, which I can probably change the sentence and not be video. I've worked with professional and corporate video. Let's change this back to, what year is this? 2017. So I graduated 2012. I started really doing this seriously in 2013. So let's say I'm going to go 5 years with this sentence, but it's probably closer to like 4 3/4. Worked, how about as a professional in website publishing. Now, I word it differently, and this is probably bad for SEO. I probably should change this to website design or web design. But to me, a web designer does more than I do. I've never called myself a designer. I probably should because I'm physically using tools to design something that people are going to see. So I probably should call myself a designer. But I've always called myself a website publisher because I don't feel like if I'm not like hand coding the CSS for everything and I'm using what other people have designed, these tools and the CSS and the templates and stuff that other people have designed, I've never like in my head told myself that I'm actually the designer. I've always assumed that I was using tools to publish something. And that's probably the wrong way to look at it. I probably should refer to myself as a designer. And for the SEO purposes, website design would be much better than website publishing. That makes no sense. So I think I'm going to actually go with and I worked as a professional in website design, and also they can't say professional again, and also working with video productions, maybe for over 5 years. I did do a couple of union jobs. And I'm grateful to be new, probably new, blah 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 blah. I'm also about to release my first full-length documentary film. It is already released, so let's change that to I've also released my first full-length documentary film titled A Lesson in Diplomacy about my alma mater, Grand Valley State University baseball team traveling to Havana, Cuba in 2012 before things were starting to get loosened up. Yep. You can learn more about information about the film here. Oh, good. Windows updates. Oh, great. The newest Windows features are available for you, and Windows is going to start like injecting advertisements into my Windows and stuff. That sounds fantastic. I don't even have the option to say no. Isn't that great? How about pick a time? Yeah, how about never? Can I do that? Is never an option? How about, I can only go up to 5 days in the future. How about no? Schedule a time. No. How's that sound? Okay. I hate you. How's that sound? Windows, I hate you. Thanks. All right, go back to this. So, the film, there's a period here. It shouldn't be on the film's website here. That's fine. I'm going to leave that alone. That's fine. I don't know if that's... I need to figure out how to rework that text. Overall, I think my about page is fine. I just want to have like maybe just a tad bit different, but I think my about page is fine. If I move this up here and get rid of this, I can dump this whole section because I don't want this. I can just dump that whole section and just do that. There's nothing wrong with that. And I rework the text. I could probably rework this a little bit. Make the text larger as well. Probably would want to make that. Maybe we go up like this. Let's take this text and incorporate it into that other element. We'll put this text into this other element. So visual. How about we go... Chop this off. I've worked as a professional in website design, and I've also been working with video production for over 5 years now. I'm grateful to be part of numerous groups, and I have great people at my side with my business. No, I don't like that. I had a sentence in my head and then it didn't. It just kept like unraveling and didn't work. I'm gonna leave this because I don't think it's important to the design aspect, but I'm gonna do that so I definitely notice that there's something I need to do with the text there. Yeah, I'll totally notice that. So let's save this. I'll rework the text later. Tell me more. You know, the tell me more thing can probably be changed. So like this tell me more bit right here. This is, no, this can go. This can go bye-bye. I like how the block quote is kind of down between the two elements. I don't think that was my intention. Like I didn't actually do that on purpose. But now that it's happened, I kind of like it. What does this look like on mobile? It doesn't look bad. I'm not sure about starting with the picture here, but I can address that, I guess. This is fine. I'm going to change all the styling. The colors are wrong, so I'm going to change all the styling. But other than that, it's fine. Let's change this text. I don't like this much anymore. Charlie, I take it you're here because yeah, I don't like this at all. And no, I don't like that either. And this is, honestly, I need to give more thought to my copy. My copy is sloppy. I have sloppy copy. I don't like having sloppy copy. I'm so much better at making copy for other people. I think it's because I can look at their stuff objectively and just be like, this would work. To where, like, doing it for myself, it just feels like nothing will actually, work. Which is not the way to. Let's try this. How about we just do that? There. Short, sweet, to the point. I'm from Southeast Michigan. There you go. Now you know where I'm located. Read more. Boom. Done. Okay. That'll work for now. What is this? This says... I really want to get this homepage thing going, though. Like, this is fine and all. Like, working with the text, it has to happen eventually anyway, but I wanted to really start digging in on the design for the homepage. And it doesn't look like I can do it, because it looks like this page is totally broken. Looks like this page is, it's totally busted. So what if I was to open it up in the editor instead? Would you let me open it? Would you let me open you in the editor? Or no? Uh-oh, an undefined error is preventing the live preview from loading. Switching to skeleton mode. Yeah. And skeleton mode is probably not going to give me any information. Yeah, no information at all. So this page is totally busted. So what I need is to completely delete this page because it's busted. Hi, Kate. Welcome to the stream. Who will watch the stream? Well, anyone who's still following Hot Tips for web design stuff may watch the stream. But mostly this, if you guys might remember, some of you might remember, I did a live stream a while back where I don't need either one of these two things. I can get rid of those. I did a live stream a little while back where it was like basically just me hanging out and while I was doing work and you guys were just like gonna, talk. And we were just chatting back and forth while I was working and I couldn't show you my screen. Think of this like the same thing, except I can show you my screen. Because now it's not proprietary information from a client. Now it's proprietary information from me, which is not really all that, proprietary. Account page. You can delete this. That's a duplicate of an existing page that I don't need to have. I can also, I think, honestly, I don't even need a members area. I don't need a members area to Pryor Media. It's barely used. It gets visited maybe twice a month, maybe. I need to verify that statistic, but I don't think I need a members area. I really want to simplify things. I really want to just strip things down, just cut the fat, and just basically push. Elias says more of these. Yes, there are more of these. Yeah. Did we not hear? No, we didn't hear. It's fine. Let's see. I don't need these. These pages can go. I don't need these. It depends. There will be more of these if I see that people are watching them. I know that there are 8 people who are genuinely excited about these streams. I think maybe their excitement might be dwindle a little bit once they see exactly how slow paced they are. But I know there are at least 8 people that are really into this, and they don't do it in the middle of the day and the weekday, but they'll probably be watching this on the weekends. So if I can look and see what kind of reception it gets after it was published. There's only going to be one of these per week, so it's going to be the same time, same day, every single week, which I'm changing the day, by the way, if you're just joining me and you're interested in WordPress. If you're interested in this redesign, in changing the day, it's gonna be Wednesdays at 3:00. not Thursdays. Today is Thursday because I had something else to do on Wednesday, but for the foreseeable future, it's going to be Wednesday at 3 o'clock. I'm going to call it WordPress Wednesday because I can. I don't think I need a members page. I'm going to leave it for now, but I can probably just draft them. I'll just draft them. That's not it. Status, draft. I troll because I love. Yeah, I know. Thank you, Elias. You're keeping me company. But yes, there will be more of these if the reception is welcomed. And I will know if the reception is welcomed because if you're listening to this message right now, please comment in the description, or please comment in the comments, that's what they're called, below the video, and tell me that you want me to do more. If you're watching this far into the stream already, then maybe you are actually a person who is crazy like me. WordPress video training. Now, this page is actually the most visited page on my site for members only, and none of this will work. None of these shortcodes are going to work because I don't have that system in place yet. But all of these videos would display and show people stuff. I'm wondering if I launch Pro. Oh, I can't edit this page. All right, maybe we'll do it. Maybe I'll do it this way. Let's click this. I kind of want a different approach to this page. Before the visual editors, before the Cornerstone Builder, before all of that was there, this is how you would design the page right here. This is what I did for this page. And like that's great and all, but I don't have Visual Composer installed. This is the reason why I needed Visual Composer. It was this page. Well, we're totally going to abandon this page. I'm not going to use it. So if I wanted to, instead, let's make a new tab. I'm all over the place, guys. I need to focus. Focus. Go to the home page. We're going to do home page. That's what we're going to do. We're doing the home page now. We're not going to skip around to anything else. I'm even going to close all the other tabs. Just close them. Close them. Close the tab. Close them all. Close everything. We're focusing on the home page. That's what we're going to do. All right. So home, the purpose of the home page really is to welcome people. They need to feel, I'm not going to say like they need to feel like they belong or anything. Like I'm not, all right. Now, why in the world would there be a script conflict on this page? It's a brand new page. Let's get rid of it. Where's the home page? Goodbye. I'll make a new page then. I don't know why there would be a script conflict on the home page, but I published it 10 minutes ago. I mean, that's why it's a different page. It's not the actual home page that I thought it was. You know what? Brand new. We'll just do it brand new. Have you thought about chatting in Discord while you work or stream? I would get way distracted if I did it in the Discord, dude. I would get so distracted. Like, I haven't thought of it because the Discord is designed for another audience, right? I don't know. Maybe I know that there are some people who are cross. Like I know there are some people who follow Hot Tips who are interested in both the gaming content and the and the website content, because I've actually legitimately gotten business from people who called me and we talked about some of the gaming series while they were on the call trying to hire me for something. I've done that several times with several different clients. So I know that those people exist, but Discord primarily is targeted at the gaming audience to where I don't really have a medium other than my contacts, email, and Skype for like the other clients, Google Plus a little bit too, which reminds me I need to get on Skype as soon as the stream is over with because I have somebody I have to talk to at 5. So yeah. Okay. Well, he'll be late. He always is. So 5:15 then. If he's not late, then great. I've got the phone right here. It'll tell me if he's not late, but he's always late, so it's fine. He's always my last appointment of the whole day, so he never has anyone after him. And so it's okay if he's late because, I mean, I always tell people there's no penalties for being late. There's no fees for it, rescheduling, like none of that. I never do that to anyone because it would be so annoying. It's so annoying when some big companies do that to you. Big companies make fees like that. I don't do that. I have other work I can do at any given time. So if someone misses their appointment or they can't make the time, then I'll just do other work while I'm waiting, or I'll just do other work instead of that appointment, and we can reschedule another date. I don't care. But I think companies charge you fees for stupid things all the time, and I am not going to be that. I'm going to say home page, because I never say page ever in the title. This is, if you're just joining the stream, this is not going to stay home page. It's not. But I'm gonna SEO the crap out of this whole site, and it's going to be great after I get it designed. Do the design first, SEO it afterwards. Publish. Some SEO experts will actually tell you, have actually told me that I'm doing that backwards. I just don't buy it. I don't believe it. I legitimately do not believe in what they're telling me. I've got enough experience behind me that I have confidence in my setup being better than that advice. Design it first, then do your SEO. Is using WordPress.com different than using X Pro? Okay, so WordPress.com does not allow you. You're not going to want to use WordPress.com. If you're looking to use X Pro, or if you're looking to use Pro or X, it doesn't matter. I'm using Pro here, but other people use X. It's fine. Skeleton mode is on. Why? Yeah, go away, skeleton mode. Let's do a new section. Let's do a couple of new sections. I want this top section to be 2 columns. I think I'm going to put. I was responding to your comment. Sorry. You want WordPress.org. You want to go to WordPress.org. You'll need a self-install. You'll need a hosting arrangement. You'll need all that stuff. It's much more complicated. It's also, WordPress.com is free, so you can get the basics of WordPress out of the way. If you wanted to learn the absolute basics of WordPress, you can get that out of the way by just playing around in WordPress.com. If you create an account at pryormedia.net and you go to the WordPress video training page, which is the one I was just trying to edit with all the text and short codes, and it was like, oh, it's not designed because I don't have that in place yet. On the regular site, and I'll show it to you. If you go to pryormedia.net on the regular site, you have to have an account, but once you get an account, you can go to the members area, and actually it's not publicly visible. You have to know, you can go here. You can click members in the menu, and then you'll see welcome to the community. Community area has been discontinued. For more information, please contact. Yeah. So this is all discontinued. However, if you go and you type in the search bar, I think if we use the search bar, it'd probably be better. I don't have a search bar on my site because there's never a need for it, because this is a discontinued area. But those of you who are logged in can see this. I can't see it as an admin. I have it set to be appeared for other people, but there's a page in my site that is not discontinued. It's just heavily hidden so that the people who are logged in and have accounts, they know where it is, but everyone else doesn't get to see this. So if you go here, pryormedia.net/community/WordPress video training, right? This brings you to a WordPress video training section, and there is a ton of videos here that I've got published, where I've got embedded here that you can see and learn all the basics of WordPress. So if you're not familiar with WordPress, if you're like, I want a website, I want to make my own website, but I'm not sure how to get started, right? I want to know the basics before I get into the more complicated stuff. This page would help you out greatly. There's a ton of stuff in here. It's free to access, provided you have an account. And I don't know if you can actually get to this page without an account. Let me double check that. We'll open up Firefox really quick. If I just open up Firefox today. Not sure why my Firefox browser takes forever to load, but it does. It does every time. Firefox. If I try to type this in Firefox, it'll probably tell me that it's not allowed. No, it's public. It's fine. So if you visit, I'll put it in the chat for you, actually, if you want. If you're interested in learning the basics, I'll put it in the chat. And that link will take you to this page. And, you can learn the absolute basics if you want. It's totally fine. It's totally cool. These are not videos that were created by me. This is a WP Me Dev thing. They've created these videos. A lot of these videos used to have used to be something I created. These are the types of things that I created for them when I worked for them. But they've since been updated. There's been like tons of updates on these things, so it's reasonable to assume that they would keep their content up to date, and they have. So new voiceovers and new ways of doing things. It's pretty, like, it's okay. Some of the thumbnails don't really line up very well, but it probably has more to do with how I have them embedded than anything else. But anyway, there's a whole bunch of videos there you can get started if you want to. For any other types of training related to X Pro, get a consult. That's all I have to say. PryerMedia.net/consult. Yeah, I can give you some training if you want, or you can just follow along in the stream series and you can learn how to design it, because this is going to keep going. I'm going to keep building this out, and you're going to see every single thing that I do related to design, aside from, like if I need to put certain types of API keys or any really sensitive information, you're not going to see that. But like stuff like this where I'm designing a page, it'd be fine. Okay, homepage. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to do the whole above masthead thing anymore like I have going now. I might try it, but I just don't think I'm going to. So like right now, my homepage has something that appears above the masthead. That means above the menu, above the main menu. So this comes in, and it kind of comes in with this little animation. And it's like, cool. It leaves. Prime Media logo appears. Bring ideas to life. There's a little arrow down here. You can click it to go down. I don't think I'm going to have that anymore. As much as I like it, I don't know if it necessarily... I don't know if it's necessarily converting. I don't know if it's necessarily a factor in people actually giving me a call. And I want to make sure that this site focuses on conversions, not on style, not on being fancy looks. I want it to focus on conversions. And conversions for the things that I do most. And so that is building websites. Actually, I've been doing more voiceovers than video lately. So voiceovers and my consultation program. Yeah, those are the three things I want to highlight specifically. So I think the top here, what I'll probably do is highlight the consult program. So let's make a background image on this section. And like, I don't really have a background image that I'm going to work with. I guess I'll just do I could just do like any of the images right now. It'll probably be fine. It doesn't have to be, I can change it later. So we'll just use this one for now. And maybe we'll increase the padding here to 70 each, so it's a little bit of a bigger area to work with. We'll take and grab some custom text. We'll also take and grab regular text underneath that, and then I want a button actually after that. So custom headline, text, and then a button. I think I'm going to get to... Probably want to change the color of this stuff so it appears for now. I'm not sure about like what the background image will be. I might leave it dark. I might make it brighter probably. If I made it brighter, what does that look like with white text? If I made it like this is the terrible image for this, but that's an awful image. I'm not even going to look at that as the consideration. I don't really have an image I want to work with for now. I'll maybe use something like this. Maybe I'll dim another image. So this will look okay if I dim another image. So it'll be fine. We want to get lorem ipsum. I don't think I actually have it installed. I thought I had little ipsum installed, but I guess I don't. I'll fiddle with the text later. I'm not going to be bothered with text right now. Let's just do a single paragraph of lorem ipsum. I need to get my extension installed. I don't know why it's not, but it's not. So let's just put a whole bunch of dummy text in here. We'll make the color of the text white. Yeah, it'll probably be okay if it's white. I want it to be different. I don't know if I want it to be different or not. We'll just make it white. It's fine. And then it's too much text anyway. Actually, let's make this shorter and we'll make the text bigger. So how about we go? How about this much? Like way shorter. Like this. That might be too short. Let's double that, and then we'll make that text larger. So let's give it a class for P1. Then we'll come down to make this P1. kind of like this. We'll put the compression at be 1.5. Let's say minimum size is 16, maximum size 22. Too big. How about 20? Actually, you know what? That's too big. This is fine. This works fine. We'll make it 15 at minimum. It should resize for mobile okay that way, I think. I hope so anyway. Now this button. The button is... They're not looking the way I need them to look, but it's okay. I need to get content here. Let's see. Funny thing, who was trying to create an account on our website, it doesn't work. Seriously? Why doesn't it work? Other people are doing it just fine. Have I disabled it already? What do you mean it doesn't work? Hold on. Let me bring this over to my other monitor. I mean, I'm not particularly worried about it not working right now. Like, it's not like there's somebody that's dying to make an account. But you don't need an account. I just gave you the link and you can access that without an account. So, but if you wanted an account, why wouldn't you be able to get one? Registration. Yeah, registration's right here. It's fine. Should be able to register an account, no problem. Agree to a terms of service. Private media terms of service is right there. Brought you to an error page. Well, I'll look at it later. If you're using a VPN service, sometimes my spam detection software, like I said, it's a little bit finicky. If you're using a VPN, sometimes my software can get a little bit too strict on allowing or disallowing, things. Okay, I want to really highlight 3 special services that I offer. And I think I'm going to start the whole thing with training. So this is going to be my consult. And again, these headlines are all going to get changed. They're going to be super like SEO-ified. I'm going to do as best I can to get these discoverable. That's the whole point. But for now, that's going to be fine. Just to mark my place, right? I'm not concerned about what the text says as much as I am of how it appears and where it comes from. This headline will probably be longer. So I'm going to say like this, and that will make it longer. That's probably more accurate to what it will be. The typography's got to be changed. Like all that stuff's got to be done. But this is good for now. Now, here's a cool thing. I want to make it angled columns here. I've always wanted to try these. I don't know if it's something I should do, but I'm going to try it anyway. Here's the thing, though. What do I want to be underneath this? Good question, Charlie. What do you want to be underneath this? What are we going to highlight? Let's see. What am I going to highlight on you? If I come to, say, got to look at my other monitor really quick. What if I just made... Should I copy some stuff from one of my clients? I do that constantly on my own stuff. Not Pryor Media, but like other stuff that I make. I copy from clients. Like if I make a cool design on a page for one client and it's like, this really works, I sometimes use that as inspiration for something else. And I'm like, now I have the opportunity to just like maybe do it for myself too. I don't know if I need to though. Not there. You know what? Maybe this call to action doesn't need to be here. Maybe it can be somewhere else. I don't think that's a good idea. What about... You like the thing above the menu, huh? Do you think that works? Like, does that work for you? If the thing above the menu when you load the homepage, is that something that tells you that does it make me does it make you feel like I'm different, or does it make you feel like I'm somehow capable of something, right? I get this a lot. Like there's been a lot of people on ThemeCo forums and stuff that have they've decided to like they've messaged ThemeCo like on their forums publicly, hey, I want to know how to do this, and they reference my site and they're like, how do you do this? And they link to Pryor Media and in their question. If I do a search for ThemeCo's forums and stuff, if I do a search for Pryor Media like in quotes, there's like several posts that come up from a whole bunch of different people that are all like referencing Pryor Media and how to do it. And a lot of it is big red scare. Well, God damn it. I can't take you seriously, Elias. Anyway, so there's been a lot of people that have always commented about that, and I feel like that's a good thing to have. Like this thing above the masthead is probably a good thing to have because it allows me to demonstrate not only the ability to do something dynamic with web, but it's also a video play as well. That motion that motion background that's playing, that's a video file. That's something that I've put together, that I've exported out, and then, like encoded and compressed it and put it on the web. All the services I offer, they all complement each other, right? So, like, I feel like if I just intertwine them, but what I want to do with this top section is I want to put a video over here. Like, I want this to be a video. And I'm actually going to make a note of that right here. Because if I can make a video here, I'll use the backdrop that I have, this green screen backdrop that I have. I'll use that, make a nice presentation for a video, maybe animate something together, and then put it right here on the homepage, welcoming them to the site. Take a look around, contact me, blah, 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 blah. I do like a call to action in that way. I think that's probably a good idea. I'm not sure I need this call to action at the top of my site. I'm not sure I do. I could put it underneath the video. That might be a way to do it. If I put this button here, if I make it a block, it'll just be this big blocky thing, and I don't like that either. But I need the text to be longer. So maybe something like a get started. It's not big enough. Let's change it to a rounded button that's flat, and then we'll make it be extra large. And then maybe we'll have an icon. All the styling and stuff is going to get changed. It's not going to be red, but that's taken care of in another section of the site. I don't like the light bulb. Get started. I don't like the light bulb. Maybe a play button. No. Maybe just one of these these little arrows. For now, I think that's fine. Doesn't need to be anything fancy. Marketing circle is basically worthless today. I don't even know why that feature still exists. People actually use that. It looks terrible. Like, does this improve the appearance of the button at all? I'm gonna go with no. I'm gonna go with no. It doesn't. Let's see. It takes up my entire screen, and it took me a second to realize that I had to scroll down the rest of your site. Well, there's a button there. It's right there. It's cut off for me because of the admin bar displacing some of the space. But if you're looking at the site, it should be more like this. And it takes up the whole window, which is really nice. And there's this button down here, and you scroll, and it takes you down to the page. I like that. I do. I just think that maybe there's another way to implement that function. Maybe there's another way to implement that. I don't know. I'll play around with it. We'll play around with the idea of keeping it, but I don't know. We'll see. Also, I can't use the header builder if I'm going to do that. So I would need to have two different headers. I'd have to have a header for the home page that's simplified or non-existent. I could even just do no header, or maybe make a header that's a different format or something for the home page, and then the rest of the site would have a different header. That might be weird, but maybe it'll be something that's good. I don't know. Maybe that'll be something that's worth my time. But I think what I would like to do here, though, is I'd like to have a background image that's got something going on over here, so I don't need to put any content. I can just have a background image that has something going on, or a video. And the video idea is something I'm kind of digging right now. Maybe I'll put a placeholder there, and we can just have a video there. There's a thumbnail I can use. Maybe we'll just use this for now. Can we do that? Source and poster. No, this is the poster. aspect ratio, hide controls. It's not going to display unless I actually have a video to put there. Fair enough. What we can do then is I will take one of the videos I have. Let's do X-Theme Training Services. Let's grab the video off this page. I forget what video it is. It's probably my Introduction to X 5.0 video. No, it's the Header Builder video. Okay, so we'll take this Header Builder video. Yep. Take this. Grab this.
Hey guys, Charlie here with...
Stop. We'll go to... where we're going to go to? Description? No. Share. That's what it is. I never do this on YouTube, but I'm going to do it now. Take this. I think 720p is probably fine. Grab that, and we'll stick this in an embedded video player here. Embed video. There. And we'll do no container because the container is ugly. I don't like it. I'm warming up to it, though. I can always do something with the background image, but maybe we'll leave the container for now. For now, we'll leave it. Okay. So that would be one section. And then the next section, let's see, do I want to... I can't decide if I want to highlight... I think I want to highlight the services I actually have in the third section. I think I want to do the highlight on the third section. So like three column here, and then maybe we'll take... Maybe we'll put the images in the actual columns themselves rather than image elements. Let's take a look here. If I take an image element, and let's say I just throw in like this. So if I take this image element, let's say we duplicate that and put it over here. I'd have to put the text. I think I might like it better if the text is underneath it. Almost like a... Okay, I think I have an idea here. I need a different image, though. The thing is, like, a lot of this design is going to be driven by the images that I use. And I don't have the greatest of images, so I think maybe for now I just use colors. Could I just do that? Use colors instead of the images for now. Yes, I think that's what I'm going to do. So let's take this column, background color. How about we just make it like, I don't know, like maybe something like this for now. And then this column, we'll have it be like maybe, I like the bluish that I was at before. Or maybe like a green. For now, I don't know. It's just a placeholder for the design. So like it's not going to be this way later on. But I'm thinking like maybe something like that could work, I suppose. Turn the column container off, make it marginless columns. Now we get to have the 3 column this way. I'm starting to think maybe having this directly below this isn't that bad. If I take the section and get rid of the padding, I can butt this right up against the bottom. It's not bad. It just kind of depends on what I do with these columns, though. That's the thing. It depends on what I do with these 3 columns. If I'm going to make images here, then it's probably not a good idea to put it so close to another image. If I'm going to do colors, then I need better color choices. Which, yeah, if I put let's say I put a border, like a solid border that's like 3 pixels wide and has like a whitish colored tone or something to it. And then I do the same thing with this one. Solid, 3 pixels wide with white. See, now it's doing this dotted thing even though I told it not to do. I told it to do a solid. Oh wait, no, I don't think it is. This is just the cornerstone markings, isn't it? I think so. If I hide cornerstone, it still looks like it's doing dashed lines. Solid, 3 column or 3 pixels and white. Now I could put images here and they'll kind of have some separation. I'm not sure I like it though. we'll put that on the back burner. I want to make another section here really quick a design I personally use probably too much, but I just like it so much that I keep using it. Let's make sure that this section does not have padding on the top. That should slam these two sections together like this. So now whatever I put here would slam up against this. Let's get rid of the border. I'm not a fan of it anymore. I thought I was, but I'm not. Let's take this section. I want the padding to be, let's go with 100 and 100 here. I use this design too much, but I think it works. I think it works pretty well for desktops, and that's why I keep using it. So if I go with a 2-column layout in this section, let's go background 2 columns. We can put, this column can be like a whitish background, maybe maybe just white completely, totally white, but then we'll add some transparency, something like that. 60% ought to do it. We'll put another image in the background of this one. And let's say this one ends up being, what background image would I use? Maybe it's something like this. Yeah, that's not bad. Let's make it a little bit bigger though. Let's maybe like 150 padding on each. Really want to stretch that image out. And then since this has some transparency now, what we could do is I can throw, let's say, a custom headline in here. Let's highlight like the diversity of the services and maybe do a call to action to about or something, or maybe I can reference a new I could reference a new package. I can reference a new service, maybe a new service that allows me to be more flexible with the client. Like maybe I could do something where I handle their website and their video stuff. That's a really, really big time commitment though. And if even like 2 or 3 clients want to jump on that would be like bye-bye YouTube almost. that would be way too much. I would almost have to like put a waiting period on that service until one of the sites that I'm done building is built, and then not take any more site build contracts, which might be okay. Or I just need to hire people, which I hate that option because I don't like growth. Like I love growth. Don't get me wrong. Like from a business standpoint, growth is great, but growth also adds complexity, and it adds so much complexity that it's almost to the point where you want to grow as slowly as you can in size, not in money, of course, but in your total company size. You want to grow as slowly as you can get away with, because it just adds complexity and overhead, and it's just, I don't know. If I have to, then fine, but I'm not even entirely sure and all-encompassing. I mean, most of the clients I know, most of the clients I have know that I do video, but only a couple of them actually want like web and video at the same time. Let's take this column. I want to add some padding to the left side. Let's do maybe 15 pixels on the left and like 15 on the right. This will get the text to be away from the edge. The custom headline can probably, I'm okay with it being black, I think, for now. Let's put some text in. Let's grab this text. You know what? Just duplicate this and bring it over here. And we'll change the color back to be the standard default color. And then, ooh, that looks terrible actually. No, we won't. We're going to go, we'll make this be black for now. And then maybe we'll do another call to action in this box. We'll want to do this one as a block. So it goes the full width. I'm going to make this smaller. Let's make it like a regular button instead. We need some padding on the tops and bottoms here. Wait, let's do 20. Let's do 15 all around. Let's just have 15 all over the place. Yeah, this will be fine. This headline has too much space above it, so let's maybe shrink that down just a little bit. Maybe like that. And then, I don't know if that's enough space. I feel like it needs more space than that. Let's put some more padding in. Let's put maybe 30 pixels of padding. That's better. That looks cleaner. And then I want to make this rounded corners. I want a little bit of rounded corners on this. So we'll do this is a column, right? Yeah. Border radius. Let's put like a 10 pixel border radius in this. That looks good. So that will give us some rounded corners on this element, which I'm okay with. I'm not digging the colors. It doesn't look like professional, you know? But if I alternate a dark, light, dark, that might look better. So what if I was to bring this down to like something like this? I need it to be the right shade of blue though. It's currently not the right shade. There we go. You do a dark like this. Then we do the same color, except we do it. Wait. Oh, I have to click this again. That's weird. Okay, we'll do the same thing, except this time we'll go maybe like a little bit lighter, like this. It's just a little bit lighter, but it's like enough to where there's a difference. And then we'll copy the same thing as we did before. We'll copy this color and apply it to the third one as well. So that looks a little bit better. I mean, it's not. If I'm going to use colors, if I'm going to use colors, then I would want to use darker, not distracting tones, and I would want it to match the brand's image. Speaking of the brand's image, let's save this and then get my logo at least in the top, so I can at least have something to visually reference up there instead of new.pryormedia.net. Load the page. Yep. Let's go to theme options and get ourselves a little bit of styling work done, just a little bit. I have clients not calling me yet, but that's okay. So the blog is done. That's cool. Like, it's not done. It doesn't look done, but it's like it's something. There's something there, right? We're gonna choose Ethos for this. Totally want a better blogging interface for this. Much better blogging interface, Ethos. So we want that. And then I'm also going to change it to where I don't really care too much about the top bar, background colors, all that stuff, because I'm going to be using the header builder anyway. So I'm not going to worry about that stuff because I'm going to build my own header. But the post carousel might be something interesting to have. No, not the top. Not at the top. Not this. Not this. Not the carousel. The slider. Yeah, this. And we can have like certain number of posts show up in this, which I need to redo the featured images. All the featured images are going to need to be redone. I want to get away from the stock images and like use maybe even something consistent. I don't know. Well, I'll play around with that. Not using stock images is expensive. With time, and then using stock images can sometimes be free or just like slightly expensive with money, but it's not a huge deal. You don't want to use stock images that people can look at it and say that is a stock image. Like, I don't like that. So like they can look at this one. Where is it? This one. Like they can look at this and they will know that that's a stock image. And now I also have to put the CSS in to hide the stock image, which I think the actual thing that I need to reference has changed from my previous site. So probably can't do that very well. Let's see. I'm in the customizer already, so I might as well see if I can do that. That's weird. Where is... Wait, where's the... Oh, yeah, duh, right here. All right, let's... No, I don't want that. Oh, you silly thing, don't do that. Come to customizer. Here. All right, what is going on here? Something's weird. Something is up, but I need to go. I wanted to get this done before I went, but I wanted to... But I need to go. For some reason, I'm unable to load this. And I don't know why. Now I have a new problem to solve. I don't like having to solve problems, to be honest. I don't. Pryor Media's customizer fails to load. So, okay, I have a new problem to solve then. So that's fun. And by fun, I mean not so fun. But I think I have a slow start, to be frank. But I think that I think I just need to think about it some more, you know? I need to just think about like the design of it. I just started designing today. Like the stream is totally cold, and maybe I need to be just a tad bit warmer before I do another one, which I totally will be. So, but I think it's I need to get a new logo in here. Let's get the header, get the new logo in. Maybe the nav bar can be a different color for now. I want to use the header builder for this. Maybe I'll just do a header builder really quick. I'll just build a really simple, quick header. It won't take too long, I don't think. Let's start from a hero. If we start from the hero template, it'll probably be faster. Start from the hero template. This will be fine for now. We'll start from this. Make the home. We'll start from this template, and I'll just adjust it from there. So let's edit the home menu. And the first thing I want to do is change the logo. I clearly don't want this logo. So we'll change this logo out for the actual real logo, which would be pretty low in my media library list, I would think. It's one of the first things I uploaded, so or it's not. There it is. Logo full. This is the really full version. I want the one that's supposed to go up in the I think it's this one, or it's this one. That's the login form image, so it's got to be this one then. I think this is the one that's sized appropriately. Yeah, it's okay. Let's reduce this resolution and get it bigger. There we go. Now the background is actually transparent on this. I want to dump this container. As much as I like this, I think having the flexibility of changing this within Cornerstone makes this much more flexible for me. So I think I'm actually going to take this bar and just delete it. So we'll get rid of that. Now the problem with that is that the top header bar now is going to be overflowed because it's designed to have that section there. So what I need to do is go relative with it. There we go. And then I need a background, and we'll choose just a regular, we'll just do something like this for now, just so I can see what I'm working with and see it. And then at least I can have something that's up there that's not, this boring white thing. I need to adjust the menu, so we can do that right now too, actually. Just load if... Actually, I'm not sure any of my menus from Pryor Media were loaded, so I probably need to redo the menu for the site, I think. Yeah, I think so. So for now, I'll just leave it like this. It's not a big deal. The links won't go anywhere. I don't think they will. Apply preset ethos. No, I don't want to apply any. I'm going to keep it just the way it is. So, okay. So that's saved. That's good. It's been applied though, right? Headers. Let's come up and make sure it's applied. Let's just make it global for now, and we'll go from there. It is now a global menu. Cool. So now when I reload this page, when I reload this from being built, I should see the new header with the content on the page, and then we just get a better idea of what we're dealing with here. I'm just looking to outline design. I'm just looking to put together a framework that allows me to visualize what I'm working with, visualize what I'm doing. This is the kind of thing that a client would normally come to me with and have a good idea of what he wants already, and then I would just implement their ideas. But the actual part of having the idea, that's the part where it takes a bit. And I haven't really given it a whole lot of thought yet. I have some basic ideas in my head of what I want to do for certain things, like my consultation program. I have that in my head. My training program page, I have that like in my head ready to go. But the home page is something that's I've just never really put a whole lot of time into yet. I haven't really put a whole bunch of real time commitment and thought into it. And the client's contacting me now, so I guess he's a little late, but not as late as usual. So for those of you who are here, thank you for watching. For those of you who watched afterwards, thank you also for watching. It's a slower start than I wanted, but I'm going to be more prepared for the next stream for sure. And I think I can make some real headway then. And the next stream will be Wednesday at 3. It's every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. That's when I'm going to do it. We're going to call it WordPress Wednesdays every Wednesday at 3. If you can make the stream, great. Come on by, ask questions, engage with me. This is, amongst all the different things I do live streams for, this is something that I can totally look at the chat with. But there's none of my core audience that I wanted for this stream. Almost all of them told me they couldn't make today, but I was going to do it today anyway. So for those of you who are listening, who are one of those people, come on back on Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Engage with me, ask questions. We'll call this. This is not a replacement for a consult, but if your question has an answer that I don't need like an actual assessment for to answer, then I totally will. Like the questions I got today about whether or not to use Dreamweaver or not. That was something off the cuff, So, okay, I gotta go. He's calling me, not calling, but like Skype and stuff. So, take care. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it.